Hello everybody. Today I will be discussing the Women's Strike for Equality that occurred on August 26, 1970. This was a significant event for the women all over the world since it helped increase their importance within societies. The date of the strike was chosen specifically on August 26, 1970 because it was the 50th anniversary of the women's right to vote that day. Betty Friedan was the one who sponsored and helped the strike grow to other communities. She basically started off with the strike, and she believed that the women's right to vote was only the beginning of gender equality. She wanted to create more significance of equality within the United States itself. She was commonly known as the mother of feminism. The strike also got help from the National Organization for Women, which Friedan helped fund. Friedan was a major feminist who strived to get women the rights that they need in their lifetime. She spent most of her life on gender inequality and died on February 4th trying to help women achieve their rights. In fact, she has left behind a world of books and opinions on why women should be treated with respect. For a short history on the National Organization for Women, it was founded in 1966 and is still currently alive and running today. The National Organization for Women was a main reason the strike was able to make the impact that it had before. The National Organization, also known as NOW, is the largest organization to bring women feminists all over the states together, and all of them fight for a sole purpose, to change the idea of gender equality in communities today. The strike itself made a significant impact to how women are seen in society today. There is a clip of a woman speaking about the strike during the 1970s and how she was treated within the society then.
How do you feel about women going on strike tomorrow for equal right?
Well, I'm afraid I didn't even know that they were. Is it a nationwide strike or what? It is? Well, in that case, I imagine that I would pretty much agree.
How so? Do you feel that men discriminate against women?
I definitely do, especially in job opportunities. I, for one, have been discriminated against.
How?
I've had several job interviews where people have told me that if I were a man, I could have the job, but they don't want to risk that type of position on a woman. They feel that I'll leave.
Thank you.
The OPBL of this primary source is that the origin was an interview with a woman at the Government Center Plaza in Boston in the year of the strike, which was 1970. The purpose of the source was that the reporter asks the woman questions about the women's strike for equality and her experience with discrimination within the workplace. There are two values. The first one is that the document is from a perspective of a woman during the time of the 1970s, so there's a much more understanding of the situation. The second value is that it's from a reporter that was within the time, and it talks about the discrimination among the women. Now, there are two limitations. The first limitation is that the document did not come from a woman that participated in the strike, and the second limitation is that the document is merely a video and only describes the opinion of the person. The main reason the strike was created was because women were not achieving the gender equality that they deserved within the time period. Women were not able to get jobs because of their gender, and they were not looked upon as humans. There is an article written by Betty Friedan that's named "Women Are People Too." It basically talks about her take on why women are important in this society. The strike was filled with thousands of women. All of them were from many different races. It was a great way to bring women together for one purpose, and see all of them work together was absolutely astonishing. The strike allowed women to stop working for one single day to protest against unequal pay and gender inequality. According to Ms. Magazine, there were three main reasons for the strike before it actually started. A, the repeal of anti-abortion laws. B, establishment of child care centers. And C, equal opportunities in jobs and education. Although there were three major reasons for this one strike, women found out many ways on how to create an impact on equality in the world. The strike may not have solved gender inequality, but it did create an impact. With one strike, you cannot simply change the mind of people all over the world, but it did create a difference in the way people thought before and think now. There were many feminists who had tried to make an impact for gender equality years before the strike even happened. So this was obviously not the only event that made the impact. Before the strike, women had just got the right to vote. Even though this was a big win, it was still not enough for women because of the way they were being treated within societies. The respect of gender is the major reason the entire strike formed in the very first place. But through this, we have seen the impact and effect of this significant event and how it affected the women's gender, thus concluding that the Women's Strike for Equality brought the attention of the importance of gender within the United States.